Okay, so this is my project that's kind of crept. This is the gate to my backyard. And this is my side yard. And I'm going to be putting these type of pavers in. I've been finding a bunch of matching pavers on Facebook Marketplace for a good price. And I'm going to put them in here. So I've been grading this. I'm going to make a semi-covered patio. And I'm going to convert this room that has its own bathroom into a studio apartment. I'm going to put a door right there, and this is going to be covered patio, and I'm going to put a wall right there. And because it's going to be a covered patio, I've been pruning these trees above it, and also for fire reasons. I'm not actually done. I'm cutting every branch that hangs or grows over my house. And friends of mine got mad at me that I did it. I mean, it's a perfect climbing structure. But the thing is everything's super expensive now. I'm not going to pay somebody. And then I made a little trail so that, I put a little fence around here so when I rent it out, they could have a little animal or a doggy. But the problem with this project, and then I'm going to put a kitchenette in, I'm going to put a door in, and I got to do all this stuff to make this place happen. But this was like the first step, was just planning it, gathering material. I got to move the AC, and I got a quote to move it. And it was weird. I got one quote for like $2,400, another one for $200. But then I had these flagstones I'm going to move because I'm going to be paving it. And so I thought, well, I'm going to make a grand entry over here. And I go, well, geez, if I'm going to do that, I should, before I put them down, I should clean up the irrigation system that goes through this whole area and run electrical for light so that people could come up here and they have a nice entrance. So I had to move all the cobblestones out of here to tear up some old lines, irrigation lines, electrical stuff. I prune all my bushes back. And then I realized, I got to go all the way down here. And I want this, so I'm going to move flagstone down here. And if I'm going to do that, well, my irrigation, I'm going to put down here, run electrical. And then I thought, God, I'm getting older. I should widen this trail. So I've been moving all these boulders out. And at the very minimum, I want 38 inches. So now I've just got done moving these boulders and trenching for an irrigation pipe to go and take care of this front yard. So that's creeping. And then my mom passed away, and my beautiful daughter went and bought one of these potaas. This is one right here. This is what I got for Father's Day, one of these. And at night, she bought one, and then at night we planted this in memory of my mom, Claire. And so what I want to do here is, this is a really steep hill that the Auckland cross country team comes running up. And when I was a runner in Danville, I knew all the water stops, and I've always wanted to put a water fountain up here as a water stop. So I'm going to make this really nice, have this flowering. I'm going to clean up underneath this tree, and I'm going to have a little fountain for the runners right here, and for my doggies and my neighborhood dogs. It's going to be a really friendly place. And then clean all this up, and then button it up. Lots to do. And yesterday I did a lot. It's kind of a mess. Wendell, he doesn't really help, but he's a good little inspector. But look at all this stuff. You think people would just want to come over with a pair of gloves and go, oh boy, this looks like fun, can I help? Can I help? Oh, and there's my electrical for my lights, my outdoor lights. So they'll get this room with a nice window, a nice view. This will be flagstone lights over here. This bush, these oleanders will fill it up, and this will be all solid, and this protocarpus will be all thick and happy. And then I'll have like a big sitting area over here. So at night, this is kind of a nice area. You can't tell now. And then, and then the bedroom door will be right there. And there'll be a nice patio out here. And then what I want to do here is, if the door is open and they're laying in their bed, or cooking and they look at the door, they have a nice feature here. So I have to figure out some kind of landscape feature here. And I'm planting a bunch of succulents. And then where Wendell is, I'm going to have just a little wall, a sitting wall that goes across. And you could sit on it or have succulents. And my big thing here is this gal on Facebook sent this really beautiful purple covered porch. And I know I'm not going to do this, but wouldn't that be nice to have like a covered porch that has a purple wall and a nice colorful couch right there. And then, but then another friend was telling me about hot blue, which is like a robin egg blue, really beautiful, and I love blue. And so, well, then I'd have to paint this wall a different color. Anyways, so, you know, just a little bit at a time, you know. It's not really kind of true. I do a lot. It's just my project creep is really growing. I have to clean up this whole area. I mean, all this stuff is, like all these boxes are old telephone boxes. You know, there was like this day where you'd have like a wire to your telephone. So all this stuff gets removed. And then there's my Deodora, and there's that tree I've been climbing. I still gotta go. I thought I did a good job, but I turns out I didn't. I had to go back up there and clean it up. And then I'll rent it out. A little beautiful, quiet, furnished bedroom for traveling nurses or whoever needs to come and visit and stay in the East Bay. Okay, that's my project.